How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be going over a chest and triceps workout. Now, starting off, we're going to be doing a cable fly. And with this, we're going to be doing a pre-exhaustion movement. So the entire goal of this is to pre-exhaust the muscles, kind of exhaust those muscle fibers which are normally used during a workout so that we can start recruiting muscle fibers which we might not normally use. Now, the entire purpose of this is it's basically a way of changing things up, increasing the intensity, and encouraging hypertrophy so that we can really focus on that growth. Something to note with this movement is notice my arms relative to the cables. I'm trying to keep them in line as much as possible. I'm also trying to keep them as parallel to the floor as possible, and that's just really going to help me isolate the chest and focus on the contraction of this movement. Something else to note is my tempo. I'm slowing down that negative so that I can really focus on the stretch, and then driving through the positive so I can really focus on that squeeze at the peak. Now with this, 4 sets, 15 to 20 reps, again, just trying to pre-exhaust those muscles as much as possible. Then, once we finish this, we're going to move to the next exercise, which is going to be an incline dumbbell bench press. On this, try not to go too heavy because you are going to be a little fatigued after pre-exhausting, so we don't want to be getting injured, and we're going to really focus on the negatives of these sets. So we're going to be doing 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps with a 3 to 4 second negative, as you can see here. The entire goal of this, again, is to continue exhausting that chest as much as possible so we start recruiting muscle fibers which we don't normally use. Now, on this, if you cannot get the 6 to 8 reps and you went a little too heavy, then drop the weight down and get those 6 to 8 reps. Really want to make it a point to hit that rep range. Now, once we finish that, we're going to move into one of my favorite chest exercises. This is a landmine chest press. We're going to do 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And what this is going to do is it's really going to target that inner and upper chest, which a lot of people tend to lack, me included. So, if you do not have like a landmine attachment at your gym, then basically what you're going to do is take your barbell, shove it in a corner somewhere, make sure you're not going to damage the wall or anything, and then go from there. This, one big key to this movement is to try and pinch your elbows together as much as possible, and that's going to really help activate that inner and upper chest, so you're really increasing the contraction. Again, this is a really great movement to hit those muscles, and it's one of my favorites in particular. Watch your lower back though, because you can put it at a little bit of risk of injury if you're not careful. Then on to the next exercise. We're going to be doing an incline chest press, and for this we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to focus on one arm at a time. So I'm doing 5 reps on one arm, then I'm going to switch to the next arm, do 5 more reps, and then I'm going to repeat that 3 total times per arm before I take a rest, and that's going to be considered one set. So 15 total reps per arm broken down into 3 different attempts. With this, if you do get a little too heavy or a little too ambitious towards the end, as you'll see in this clip here, then just try and get as many as you possibly can. I think I ended up getting like 4 and then 3 and then 2. But the goal is to try and hit that 15 total reps and make sure that whatever you do on one arm, you're repeating on the other arm so that it's even. With this movement, again, just really focus on squeezing that upper chest. We're just really trying to pump as much blood as we can into the muscle. So this is a great way of kind of changing things up, taking the same old boring movement and just changing it up and increasing the intensity. And after that, we're moving into our last exercise, which is going to be good old push-ups. However, we want to be counting our reps, so we're trying to get as many reps as we possibly can before our arms basically give out on us. Count those reps and then use that count as our rest period. So if I get 20 reps, which is what I think I got here, then I rest for 20 seconds before starting my next set. And with that, we're going to basically repeat that process until we hit absolute failure. So we want to go until we cannot push ourselves up off the ground. Now, this might sound kind of daunting at first. If you can't do full push-ups, then just do push-ups off your knees or whatever you can do. So with this, something to note is really focus on coming as flat or as parallel as possible. So try and touch your chest to the ground if you can, or just get as close to it as possible. That way you know you're hitting a full range of motion. Another thing is to watch your lower back. Make sure that your whole body, your torso, all the way from your tip of your head to your toes is as straight as possible. That's really going to help encourage the movement and ensure that you are keeping your form tight. Now, After we finish that, we're going to move into our first tricep exercise. This is going to be a Smith machine skull crusher. With this movement, do not go super heavy. You don't need to. As you'll see, I've only got 10 pounds on either side. The entire goal of this is to start warming up the triceps and really force a lot of blood into them. For this, something that you'll see here in a second is my hand position. Now, you can either grip the bar or you can do what I'm doing here, and I personally prefer to do this because it allows me to really focus on the contraction of my triceps. I'm resting the bar pretty much on the meat of my palm. It's a little hard to see. It's not on my wrist, it's on my palm, like the base of my palm, so it's got a little bit of cushion, and that way I'm able to really focus on squeezing my triceps and not worrying about the bar as much. So with this one, we're hitting 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, just getting things going, loosened up and warmed up. Now, once we finish that, we're moving into cable tricep extensions, just one arm at a time, and we're going to be doing 4 total sets of 12 to 15 reps per arm. Now, something to note with this, we are not going to be resting between our sets. So when you finish one arm, move straight to the next arm and then repeat it until you've hit each arm 4 times. So this is a great way to just kind of pump things up. It's a great way to increase your intensity and just keep things going. So one big key to this movement, it's a little hard to see here, but I'm trying to keep my upper arm, my bicep and my tricep is as vertical as possible. This is really going to help encourage good form and encourage your contraction, especially at the peak or the base of the movement. With this, you also want to be trying to lock out at the bottom as much as you can, because that's really going to force that contraction as much as possible and force as much blood into the muscle. So once we finish that, we're going to move to our next exercise, and it is going to be an overhead cable extension. With this, I kind of like this movement to kind of finish things off, because with keeping your arms elevated, it acts as a type of blood flow restriction training, so that basically when you finish your set, lower your arms, you get a lot more blood flowing to them as quickly as possible, and it just kind of increases that pump, which is something that I really like. So on this one, we're doing 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, really just trying to burn out those triceps. And that's going to be it for today's workout. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And if you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe, because we have great workouts like this every Monday through Friday. And then on Fridays, it's Fit Food Fridays. So we come out with a new nutritional video that's designed with you in mind to help you reach your nutritional and fitness goals. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that subscribe and that like button. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.